What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I am back out here under the lean-to for another video on cleaning. So, update, I spoke with the wife. I was gonna potentially pitch that for us to switch it out, but it's been outside for so long that I'm kind of leery of it, so we just took the eyes and the bowls off the top of it, and I'm gonna cart that thing over to yonder trailer and load it on, and probably the small one as well. I'm pretty well done trying to scavenge and keep things. Let's see. Yeah, that'll do for now. I had a lot of plans, had a lot of ideas before I got sick, and then I got sick. And those plans and thoughts changed, like, big time. My priorities shifted. I don't really care about all this little dumb stuff no more. Like, I'll just take it to the scrapyard, get what I get for it. Although, let's stand this bad boy back up for a second, get back under it a different way. I think I'm gonna come up under the back of it. Give me the nice hand grab up. Gone. I'll grab you guys back up on the walk by. I know this probably looks awkward as hell. And it is. Alright, so come along with me. Come with me and you'll see. I don't have anything to add to that. If you got the reference, you got the reference. Anyways, we're gonna take this bad boy over here to the trailer. Go ahead and load it on up. Start trying to organize some of the stuff, get it out of here. I got a scrapyard within, I think it's within a mile actually. It might be just over a mile. Alright, we're gonna lay this down like that, and then it'll stay there. Oh boy. A trailer broke on the other side. Okay. Oh, bam, slam, hot damn. Broken igloo cooler. Oh yeah, that'll be going to the dumpster later. Got to do a trash run. I see all that stuff's piling up. Got to clean all this up so that I can free up the truck bed, and then I can run all my trash. Things got behind significantly. Here we go. We'll turn around. We're gonna walk it up to the front. And then just like that, we got stove on the trailer. Good. I'm glad that was so smooth. If you watched my video yesterday, you saw me move them Ford tires and get pretty beat down from it. Well, I'm still beat down from it. I am still absolutely dying today. Back started hurting. I think I tweaked a muscle, but doctor says I need to move. So I'm coming out while it's kind of cool outside. It's going to be a hot one today. We can get up almost to 90. So, we gotta be as careful as we can. Try not to get too worked up or too hot. Try not to overdo it. I usually use those pavers to put jack stands on because I'm out here on the ground all the time. Pavers are a hell of a resource when you don't have concrete or a steel plate where you need to be. All right. I know, I'm burning plastic, I know. It'll be fine. Where are you? Oh, some rain eggs. That is awesome for it to be in the sunlight. Such a good place for it. Just sit that there. So I didn't really get too much more done yesterday. I just went in the house and kind of made myself some lunch and just stayed in for the rest of it. This damn thing. Cool. I'll have to spray some goo into that or something. Try and get some of this stuff moved around just a little bit. I don't really have anywhere good for any of this stuff to go, so we're just going to bring it back over here to the wall where it all came from. Sit that there. I'll go get the other ones, do the same thing. Just hang them up, get them out of the way, get them off the ground. Same for all these tools, the extension cords. I'm gonna try and get all the stuff up today. Depending on how things go, I have figured out that my phone will let me pause a recording. I may pause a few times and just kind of knock some stuff out rather than trying to get absolutely everything on camera. Will it? No. Alright, well, I don't really like that, but it's a good thing we're never out here. Boy. Okay. So we're just going to go ahead and grab this extension cord now, and then at least hang it up. Of course it's going to catch on everything. Let go, thank you. You know what? I'm actually going to put the extension cord in the van. I do think that because I've got the vacuum cleaner and everything in here, got the little steam cleaner back there, go ahead and throw this in here. It's not a bad place for it. Bam. Probably do that with the other one too. Actually, the one that's on this spool over here, that's the one that I really need to figure out. It's all tangled in a wonky way, but it's a fat daddy cable, and I would love to have access to that. As far as this here yellow one, I don't know. Get some of this liquid motivation going again. Super tasty. That right there is super good for it. This is actually a good AC condenser in line. It came out of disappointment. I was trying to salvage as much of the parts from the AC system in this car as I could so I could put them over in the Jetta, but both of them had more issues than I was prepared for, and yeah, I gotta fix this shit too. I think this is just my light harness, so I'm not too worried about it, and I think this is my cooling fan. I didn't realize it, but last time Disappointment was out and about in the yard, I parked it for a while, and the grass grew up real big around it, and I went to swipe under the front with the mower to kind of cut some of it down, and I didn't realize the wires were hanging down like that. That's why they were actually out and over, because they were coming down and under. So, no good. But hopefully, we can get this lean-to straightened up. And that will ultimately end up being where I put the Mark IV wagon from over there by the Ford. Mostly just because when that car came here, most of the clear coat was still pretty good. Now, on the roof and the hood, let's see if we can zoom in. No, I guess while I'm zoomed out in the GoPro mode, it won't let me. But it's bad. It started chipping and just flaking off a while ago, and I just need to do something with it. get it sorted out. So I need to just take this apart and get rid of it. Put the extension cord in the van. Extension cord's been outside for so long though. I know I need to take those center blocks over to the fire pit and replace the upper ones that had broken off. Getting the fire's pretty damn hot. So we're going to put these on that there, just like that. Okay. Now the pavers, I'm not real sure what I want to do with these just yet. I don't think I want to put them out. So I think I should stack them over here on the tractor. Look at that, we had some grass growing. That's adorable. Also, cleaning all this up will let me come in here with the mower a little bit and catch that edge. You see all the stuff that's already growing. The sunlight up in the sky doesn't actually hit down in this area ever. That's why you see it's still really dark and moist from all the stuff that was sitting. That's about as far in as the sun hits. I mean, the sun rises over that way through that little gapping of trees. So in the morning time, there will be some sunlight hitting in here, but the morning time sun's not as bad as the midday sun. The midday sun out here is bad. So, there's a center cap from the old Ford across the way. I guess we'll sit this down there. See, cans. Got a bunch of cans. Alright, we'll grab this last paver. And we're going to grab some of this trash. Oh, look, it's got some bugs under there. No kidding. Sorry, guys. Oh, yeah. Don't want to hurt the filter. But I do want that stuff out of the way. Now, exhaust pipe, what's up? We're going to set all the exhaust pipes in here. Oh man, cleaning is so much fun, let me tell you. Just sit you right there for now. That's a Pt3 bumper. Speaking of which, Big Uno. Oh man, if you happen to see any of my uploads, I got another bumper if you want it. My wagon's gone. I finally made the trade. And she out the yard. Sad to leave, but glad to have the space back too. You've been out here, you've seen it. Plus anybody that's watched any of my videos, you guys have all seen how bad my yard really is. Okay. What do I want to do? How do I want to do it? I guess I'm going to go ahead and slide in there and get that hot water heater and grab that other stove. So let's take these center blocks over to the fire pit real quick. Go ahead and get them where I want them to be. Oh boy. I love this hand truck. UPS, man, you guys did a hell of a job with this one. Sturdy, robust, love it. Yeah, you see, got a lot of stuff in there that I burned down that I need to pull out and throw in the scrap pile, but see some of these, and then there's carnage. So a lot of these have cracked, a lot of these need to be replaced, but I hadn't gotten around to it. I wasn't exactly burning anything while we were sick and laid up. Hopefully me doing all this today like this, the one-handed recording, is a little more entertaining than me just setting y'all up watching me. Excuse me. So we're gonna grab this here home. Okay. There ain't no water in this one, thankfully, so I shouldn't get penalized from the recycling joint for falsely inflating the weight or anything. I'll tell you what, though, it is a really nice day. I'm sorry if the wind noise is really bad. Supposedly my phone's supposed to be pretty good at cutting out wind noise, so I guess we'll find out when I upload this and everybody starts yelling at me over it. It's already looking like it's getting time to cut grass again. And I just did it Monday, Tuesday. It's only Saturday. It's only been a damn week. Oh yeah. Alright. You know, I'm doing it just like the other one. Wham bam. Yeah. I can dig it. If I can get a big enough load of scrap, I might actually be able to go ahead and order some extra parts and get a jump on some of this stuff. My goodness. That's another project for another day. That Alcoa came off my buddy Morgan's truck. He noticed it had a couple cracks around the lugs a few months back. Ended up getting a new one, so I told him, hey, let me get that thing, and I'm gonna turn it into my hose reel. I'm gonna have a 22.5-inch hose reel, and I'm gonna try and polish it a little bit. All right, we're definitely keeping this here alternator. I'm just gonna set that face. Yeah, sure. Okay, now the little guy. So I had plans to turn this into a little powder coating oven, because it wouldn't be nothing to just boop boop. But I don't think I'm ever going to get into powder coating, because I'm never going to spend the money to get the setup for it. So it's all going to the scrapyard. Alright. Yep. Plug's still holding up. Had to use 2 hands for that one. Oh yeah. Alright. Walking's hard, but it's gotta be done. So windy. Breeze feels nice. I'm already starting to sweat. That's exactly what I wanted to have happen. Oh God. Why? Just put them in there, that'll be fine. Here we go. Yeah, I'm definitely sweating. I got a drop rolling down my glasses lens, dang it. Why? We gotta do that for me. We gotta mess my glasses up for a guy. Oh my goodness. We're getting it done though. That's for damn sure. Well, we've been out here 21 minutes and we've already busted a bunch of ass. Hell yeah. We are getting it. Delicious. All right. I think we're gonna throw all these oil jugs in the fire pit. I think that's probably gonna be the best thing. Hydrocarbons. I get it burning really hot, so it doesn't actually put off a lot of smoke or anything. Out here, you got to be careful with fires because there's so much brush, so many different forestry areas and parks, and you name it, it's out here and it's flammable. So periodically, I use these plastic jugs because they've got oil in them and stuff. They'll get real hot, and it'll help me burn the pit down, and then I can go and take a shovel or a pitchfork or, you know, something, and I can go clean it out. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you guys back over here for a second. See what this view is going to look like. Might look okay. Yeah, that'll do. So I'm going to leave this plugged in, but I'm going to coil it up real quick. Hang it up on this nail. County workers still working today. I guess it is only Saturday. Everybody got to get that overtime. Probably coming to check the damn drain field behind our property. Alright, that'll do for now, just to get it up off the ground. I wonder. Now that is beautiful. Look at that. I mean, it's daylight, so that doesn't really matter to us right now, but go. I like it. I like it. Oh, alright. So this strap, all sun beat, probably room. Stack that up there on the wall for a little bit. I need to go around and find all my straps, find all my pulling pieces, and get them all rounded up into one place so that I know where they are. More jugs. I'm gonna walk to the fire pit again. Can I get that one too? I guess I can. There we go. I was just kidding. I'm probably not going to burn them. I just don't have anywhere better to put them. I actually use them. If you heard me in another video earlier, like yesterday or the day before, I use those jugs to catch the oil that comes out of my buddy Morgan's truck. He drives a big Peterbilt, so it takes 12 1-gallon jugs to safely, confidently drain that truck. So I had them all lined up out here, and it's been a while since he's come through, so they stacked up pretty good. I'm going to end up taking them and putting them in a different room in the barn. But I haven't lit a fire, like a real fire, for a while, so I'm probably not gonna. And like I said, I'm going to work on cleaning the truck out after I'm done with this stuff. Anyway. Take this gallon brake fluid, go ahead and put this in the barn. I don't know if it's any good anymore. It's been opened, but it has been closed since the day it got opened. We opened it once, topped up some stuff, and then closed it back down. So I don't know if it's pulled a bunch of water or not yet. All these damn aluminum cans get everywhere. Oh, that's cool. What once was a brand new seal is now filthy. I can't see what that says. Is there a number on it? Yeah, 54401. Alright, well, I guess I can Google that later. The rubber looks okay. It just got some rust to it. And of course I drop it. Oh boy. Now the cardboard I will burn. A little spray bottle I probably pick back up and fill with a different type of cleaner. I got my bottle of Purple Power out here in the sun doing wonders for it. So, you know. Is what it is. Man, there's so much schmut out here. So I think I should probably try and work my way over to getting back into Disappointment's door so that I can take the the alternator, the AC condenser, and any of the other parts that I've got laying around. I can just throw them in the back and try to keep hold of them. I love it. Yummy. Really need to get around to fixing that car. This is what I wanted to turn into my race car. There's lots to it. But the chassis is a good chassis. I haven't had any real complaints. The GTI body's stiff. It's got good rigidity from the factory. Not saying it's perfect by any means, because there's always room for upgrades when it comes to certain things. But as a starting point, Volkswagens are kind of well known for being heavy, and that's because they have supports and structures inside of the body that keep it rigid, you know, protects you in the event of an accident. Because these 90s Volkswagens have much better crash ratings than 90s Hondas. Like, Volkswagen has always had a reasonable, and I've wrecked one of these at least, substantially enough that I would have thought I'd died. But no, I walked away with just a typical ass whipping. Felt real bad for like a month. Didn't have a whole lot of enthusiasm for anything at all. Okay, get this alternator, because I don't want to lose the alternator. It's actually out of this car. At least I think it is. This might be the one that was out of the Jetta. I was chasing a noise, I think. Yeah, that's what it was. I was chasing a noise in the Jetta. There was like a bearing sound coming from the motor, and I couldn't like spot it. So I took the belt off and couldn't triangulate on it. I couldn't discover it like I wanted to. And eventually I just changed out the alternator, which was not the sound. That's a lower brace for under the exhaust. Keeps the exhaust from falling out of the car if it ever disconnects, which I suppose it could. I think that's pretty much it for all of the Mark III parts that I see out here. Although I suppose I could. This is Disappointment's old catalytic converter. It's an old high cell count, or high flow, but the car's, let's see, it's a 97, so I think it's 27 years old, 26 years old. So it's eligible for antique tax. Let's see, it's 2025, yeah, 2027 will be 30 years, so it's 28. The car's 28 years old, so I'm not going to run a catalyst on it if I'm going to race car it. That makes absolutely no sense. I've got it straight pipe, obviously, because the catalytic converter's been pulled off of it, but I do actually have a pipe connected to the header that goes to the back of the car and then kind of makes a 90 to the driver's side, and I just haven't put a muffler or anything on it. I was going to fix it, but what had happened is when I got Jenny, again, that's a yellow Genster VR6 that I had, I used the axle back section of this car's exhaust on Jenny because it was an upgrade, and it had a nice MagnaFlow on it, and I wanted that beautiful MagnaFlow, sound on the VR. And with this sitting like it is, and likely going to end up being straight piped anyway, I just went ahead and reused the muffler on the other car with the axle back section of piping, and everything went great. But now Disappointment is just loud, just flat out loud. There's no way around it. It's straight piped off of a set of 4-to-1 headers, and it's got some scream to it, so to speak. I also need to get back in there and get them AC units out of there, or at least that one AC unit. I'm pretty sure that it's bad, but I'm not sure. I think I plugged it in years ago. I wonder if these will just come out. If they were like studs or something. No, that seems like a bolt. Alright, so alright, so for this one, I think I will sit y'all up here. Yeah, that'll probably do. I'd like to get this cleaned up one day. I might do that. I might go soak this in a bucket, just keep the ends up out of it, and let all the dirt get loosened up on it, and just wipe it down real good and get all the trash off of it. The beauty of this cable is it's such a huge extension cord that you can run a welding machine off of it if you're using a 110 setup. It's not, if you know anything about power, the further your source is away from the component you're trying to use, the harder it is for that power to get to it. And smaller wires can start to heat up and turn into a much larger mess by, you know, melting and glowing red hot. So when you get some of these bigger cables, they handle the current better, and they have more surface area to disperse more of that heat before they start to melt down. And so, long story short, fatter cables are better for longer runs. And then this can go on the fire. I'm not gonna reuse that anymore. I don't need none of that. Oh, it's a little lizard. I think you missed him, but he was there, I promise. Oh, goodness. I appreciate that I can almost move normal. Whew. All right, so let's go get a bucket. That way we can try to finagle that thing in there and then fill it up with some water. Throw a little bit of soap in her. Should probably grab this bag of cans over here too and go stack them with the other bags. I'm not sure if I have any other bags laying around. What's in this one? Oh, it's clean. Okay, so we're cool with this one. I'll grab this with my camera hand. All right. You know what though? I can put this bag on this here trailer. Or at least I can put it next to it. No, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to set it over here in the shade so that the sunlight doesn't keep messing the bag up. And then when I take all my steel scrap and get all that unloaded, I might do something with it. Because when you go in for steel, they like to make you do that first. And then they get you to come back around, weigh out. And then, if you have any non-ferrous or precious metals, you can get it from the second run through. Alright, I'll set you back up here again. How are we looking? That looks okay. Okay. This is what we're going to do first. I'm going to cut to the chase and grab the end. I'm going to cut to the other chase and grab that end. Oh, I see. This is a funky plug. I'm not sure what that's for. All these damn dust daubers are bullshit. Alright, guy, you're just gonna have a bad day. Alright. So now, we do what we can to keep it even as possible. And what this will do is this will give us the middle point of the other side, or at least a rough enough middle point for the other side, where we can start sticking it into the bucket. Although, when it gets all rounded up like that, that's not going to help us at all. So this might be some kind of specific equipment cable, or it could be a 220 cable, I'm not sure. But if it's 220, that's beautiful, because that means I can run my 220 across the yard. I'm cool with that, because I have a welder. I have one of the Harbor Freight titanium guys. Alright. This is close enough. I ain't too worried about all the extra shit. Alright. So we're just going to try and tuck this down in here as best we can in a way that makes some semblance of sense, so that it'll all fit, so that when we start rinsing it out real good, all of the hose gets good and soaked. And you can do this with just about any electrical extension cord, so long as you've confirmed that there's no, you know, busted areas, broken casings, or damaged insulators. Yeah. That's all right. We're getting a little full, but we don't have that much left, so this might work out. I know this has worked for me in the past for smaller extension cords, like, you know, the size of that gray one we had that we put in the van. Man, look at us. Now, if you'd have done this better than I just did, or if you do this better than I just did, you can actually use this as a long-term storage, because you can just tuck it down in there and close the lid, and then you just write on the lid 220 extension cord, and then bam. I'm not going to do that. I'm just eventually going to soak the damn thing and clean it up as best I can. Alright. Actually, I know what I really need to do. I need to go to the damn laundromat, take a bunch of quarters out there, and pick up a little bit of soap on the way, and I need to go run all my damn shop rags through it. Don't worry, they're not greasy, they're just, some of them are greasy, but I'll soak them before they come. never feels like I get very much done because there's always still so much laying around after I've done anything. Alright, I guess let's go put that bucket up real quick. We'll go ahead and close Disappointment's door real fast. Bam! Yeah, we'll take the bucket. I need to get me one of them welding carts so that I can set it all up, get my welding machine mounted to it, and have all that nice, neat, and orderly. Oh boy. All these damn carpenter bees are such a bother. Okay, so I'm actually just going to set this, because this will come in kind of handy. I'll set that there. I guess let's go ahead and start taking these tools in. Worst case, we can at least set them in the barn. And just get them out from under here, out of the way, further along where I'm trying to be. I have so many of these damn tools that I need to go through and pick up and find, and it's just unbelievable. Oh, damn. Just sit that up there. I'll flip you over and set you right. That'll do. Starting to get a little warm out here, that's damn sure. I'll bring this one over here. Throw that in there. I'll throw this in there too. Unfortunately, doesn't work right anymore. The lawnmower melted a little bit of it. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Is this hose? Hey, same hose. Cool. Well, different because oh, it's like it had a little breather. Okay. All right. Well, that's stupid. Volkswagen's dumb. Now, all these hoses, I really want to try and keep on to them because they're not necessarily bad. They're just not immediately of need. Like all these damn parts. All this stuff that I was trying to keep into, so that way if I ever needed it, I had it. It's all just sitting outside, getting ruined day by day, bit by bit. It is what it is, I guess. Tell me what you know about these things. This here is an old technology. Comment below what it is if you know what it is. I know most of you should know. But there's a lot of kids around my age that may or may not absolutely know what that is. Alright. Okay. Into the barn we go. Still not real sure where I'm going to set this. Let me see, I got all these damn... I'll set it here. 1, 2, 3... I think there's a fourth one somewhere around here. See, I got that toolbox set. I got all these toolboxes. Got my big snap-on girl. Oh, I need help organizing. It's terrible. I'm so bad at this. Oh, well. Nope, that's locked up. A little bit of aluminum. Dirty aluminum. Throttle body I can't do nothing with, but I should get that hose off. Let me get all these. So many things. We'll take it. So I believe these are actually off of a VR6. I think they're the auxiliary radiator tubes. For those that don't know, the Mark IV Gauss Jettas, GTIs, GLIs, whatever, the VR6 cars came with a secondary auxiliary radiator, and it was a headache. I bypassed mine because it's not a flow-through design. It's like a parasitic draw, similar to a heater core. Like, coolant water does flow through it, but not in the sense that the water pump is actively pushing it through it. It as it cools down, the cooling effect draws the warmer coolant into itself, which slowly navigates the littlest bit of hot water back into itself. This is for this car, so go ahead and put this up. Just in there. Piece of wood. That can go on the fire. But yeah, all these parts that I'd meant to keep, was going to try and do something with. It's just wild. Damn, I'm getting tired. Looks like about an hour of moving around and I start running out of steam. This used to be up on the wall. There you go. Back up on the wall. I mean, we're making decent progress, if we're being totally honest. I mean, if I can move the Beetle, which, kind of a pain in the ass right now. I took the battery out of it to put over in the Jetta, Desperation. By the way, I don't know if I've ever mentioned before, but the Jetta's name is Desperation. The GTI's name here is Disappointment. And I think my Passat wagon is going to be Frustration. I know it's kind of funny. I use negative adjectives or nouns or whatever the word is. I don't remember English that well. I don't know what's what. But Desperation got named because every time I get to a point in my life where I'm ready to take that car off the road, and we're talking about that guy right there. Every time I get to a point where I'm ready to take that car off the road and, you know, go ahead and use its parts to fix something else or make something else better, because don't know if anybody knows, but that car's been hit before. It's been hit real hard on the passenger front, and the caster, not the caster. No, I think it is the caster. The caster on the passenger side is so off that the car can't properly be aligned. So I've only been able to do tow and goes on that thing for the last 8-9 years, and you know, that saves tires, but the car handles really odd. There's a lot of twitchiness to the steering. It likes to try and wander back and forth, but I've checked and rechecked. I've replaced everything I can possibly replace except for the steering rack itself. And the car won't ride that straight. Like, you can get going 65, 70, 80 if you want. The car will go straight when you get going fast enough. But when you're doing like 30, 35 to 40, there's something about that car. You hit a bump, it torque steers like crazy. You're on the throttle, off the throttle, it torque steers there. Like, you can feel the shift that it does when it does it. And it's just, I don't like it. But the problem is, every time I go to take that car off the road and take it apart, something else goes wrong and breaks down and shows up, and I ultimately end up having to keep that car going just to keep being able to get around and get my normal day-to-day stuff done. So that's desperation. The Passat wagon is frustration, because from day one, this damn car has been one of the most aggravating bitches I've ever dealt with. When we got it, everything worked. We threw a battery in it, and we started testing stuff. The windows worked, a couple other odds and ends that we could try worked, the AC worked, cooling fans came on, everything worked. And then we put the motor in it, and a lot of that stuff kind of stopped working. And it's been a long year and change of me trying to slowly figure it out, and that's honestly why we, in one of the last videos, took the harness out, is so that I could, like, go ahead and confirm that that thing's not, you know, in need of a harness, because I've got two parts cars here that I can absolutely pull a spare harness from. No harm, no foul, and I'm willing to. But if it doesn't need a harness, I don't want to put a harness in it because I don't want to waste it from the other car. So, point being, every time I've worked on this damn car, it has turned into an aggravating ass headache. And so, with it fighting me constantly and being such a pain in the dick, I decided to name it Frustration, which I thought was incredibly fitting to continue on with the dynamic of desperation, disappointment. Look, I got intercooler. Excuse me. Number 2. Excuse me. My bad. At least with a sneeze, you can't help it. It's not like I shit my pants in public or something. Alright, so this little guy, it's actually a really cool light. Like, it flips out into a screwdriver, and then it just pops right back. But I don't know. I don't know. What's it look like on the inside? Oh, so it's probably just got some dead batteries. Alright, well, shit, we're going to take that back in the house with us. I like that. What's that? Epps Transport System Incorporated. Okay, well that light doesn't slide up and out. It does look like that LED comes to the bottom, so you get a little light right there. Every time you engage a screwdriver, it hits the button for it. That's pretty cool. It's a gimmick, but it's a cool gimmick for keeping inside of the house. What's this guy? It's unscrewing. What are you doing? Oh, it's a little mini screwdriver. Okay, alright. I like that. That's cool. I can get down with something like that. That's not bad. Some of these gimmicks are always worthless, but sometimes they're pretty cool. Like with this, I'm sure that plastic would break if you tried to like super tighten down on something with this bad boy, but you're doing stuff in the house, just minor odd end jobs. I don't think you'll have any issue with something like that, so we're just going to set that right there. I'm going to take that in the house later. Might do a little short on finding out if it works. I've always wanted to do a bunch of shorts and start getting into like calling out gimmicks and stuff, because I'm not the biggest fan of tool gimmicks. I get that sometimes a specific design can be improved upon, but I'm also fully okay with accepting that the way things are done are the way things are done because they are already the easiest or the smartest way to do something. I hate when people start trying to think outside of their intelligence level and they start trying to overcomplicate a simple situation. You know, it's like every time somebody comes out with a new bagging system for picking up leaves, the only improvement that I have ever seen over top of you just sticking your feet in the edge of the bag and holding it open with a hand and simply raking it in towards it is a vacuum. A leaf vacuum was the only innovation that needed. And then the leaf vacuum only needed one innovation in itself to become commercialized, which was put it on a freaking riding thing. Okay, no problem. I'll get with that. But as far as way back in the late 90s, early 2000s, I remember an infomercial. It was this stupid ass set of handles that you'd stick your hands into, and then you'd squeeze it, and you'd have like a raked claw. And the idea was you had your left hand holding something, and then you had your right hand with the claw, and you would just Wolverine it into the bag. And this is the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, the infomercial that they were trying to show it off with looked stupid. What is that? What? Oh, now that's a damn shame. That's cool. Alright, let me close this up, and we'll see if we can do something with that another day. I'm gonna put it inside of the barn, kind of. This is the problem when people shut down their garages and offer stuff to me. I go grab everything, and I don't know what any of it is. And then it sits outside like this, and the damn moisture gets to stuff. Fucking hell. Oh well. We'll keep doing our thing. That's for the facade. This can be trash. I'm going to keep all that conduit because I'm pretty sure I'm going to try and reuse that and tighten up this harness, because I do think I'm going to end up splitting most of the loom off of that, and I'm going to take the time to try and make it look nice when I put it back together. That way it's fresh, it lays in pretty, and almost looks like something factory, but like factory upgrade. Keep these, keep the split loom. Go ahead and grab this piece of split loom. I forget what this is from. I want to say it was from a Mark IV, but I can't for certain say. But we're just going to keep stacking all this shit up here, right there, in that little pile, and then we'll come back into it later. Go ahead and grab these damn hooks. We're going to hang them up on the wall real fast so we don't lose them again. Never know when you need a hook. I'm just up there. I know this is a good bucket. It's usually what I use for cleaning parts, but set that over there. What's this looking like? Okay, cool. Set you over there too. Man, it's starting to look pretty good out here. That's hilarious. This was a chrome Mark IV grill at one point. Mark IV golf grill. I'm just going to set that up there like that. I think that's how it was, and I think the wind actually took it off the wall sometime. Take this damn hose clamp. That's busted and old. We're gonna have to pull that ratchet strap up real quick, see what that looks like. Go ahead and set this in here. Just bam, right there. Looks like we're at about an hour and 5 minutes. We're doing pretty good compared to yesterday. I'm tired, but I feel like we're trucking right on along through this. Look at that brand new staple gun. Just shit sitting on the floor. My word. Goodness gracious me. I'm going to set this down here because you never know. This is a VR6 exhaust gasket. Alright. So, we're just going to throw that in there. And this is going to come back over here. Because... nope, my vacuum stuff's inside. Okay. That's fine. There we go. That's good enough. Just sticks on the bag. It's one of the best things my buddy Morgan ever bought for me in exchange for some work. That vacuum cleaner has been a godsend out here. Small, lightweight, doesn't have crazy capacity, no, but it has 5.5, 6 horsepower for such a small unit, so it's a beast. And I actually think that's the name of it, is the Beast. Vac Master Professional. No, I guess not. Oh, there it is. It's on the front. Beast. What are you gonna do when the beast comes looking for you? Not terribly good at the Macho Man Randy Savage voice, but I try. You're the real cream of the crop, man. You ain't going nowhere. I'm dumb. I know. It's okay. Anybody want a silencer for a Yamaha? Junk. Don't need that shit no more. Nobody trying to be silent nowadays. Nobody knows how to shut the fuck up. Especially me. Whoop. Oh, man. So by my count, I can probably go ahead and just move this stack of tires to like right there, because that should not interfere with the wagon. Although, I could just line them up right there and let them stand. I don't think I want to do that, though. I guess let's look at this ratchet strap real quick. Oh, look, another hammer. Oh, he flew off. I was about to say, come here, little guy. I'm about to tear your day up. That actually does look like an okay strap. Damn bugs. Alright, so what we're going to do with that bad boy is we're going to come over here. Look, it's a silverfish. It's a silverfish. Yay! It is not a silverfish anymore. That motherfucker is out of here. Just in case anybody knows, silverfish, I don't think they bite or anything, but they damn sure tear through cardboard, paper, fabrics. So I don't think you want a silverfish infestation. Yes, I do have a random small mini truck box laying around. I'm gonna go ahead and throw these up in here. Throttle body and blower motor. I don't know if that wheel's any good, but Harbor Freight's got them for cheap enough that I don't think I care. Alright, let's see if this carpet will lift up. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's see if we can manage to snake out of here. So what I'll do is I'll probably come out here and spray this down with some purple power. let it soak in real good, and then I'll come hit it with the pressure washer with a light nozzle, blow as much of the trash out of it as I can, and then I'll bring it back over here. When I was under here originally, I had this big rug here that you can kind of see the edge of. I was using that to lay on, but as you can see, the dust and the pollen and all the filth and everything has kind of moved its way in here, and not quite so nice to lay on anymore. So I'm probably going to leave this one like it is and just ignore it, just because it is absolutely tragic, filthy. I'll probably blow it all down or sweep it out from under here, get all the leaves out into the yard so I can mow them. There's just the tiniest bit of stuff left, and then just slightly shuffling some of that big stuff out of the way, and then I can probably get the beetle moved. And it's actually something I should probably do. I should probably hook up the battery charger to my old battery and try and get it to come back long enough to let me get that thing started. And then it'll be easier to move that, because all I'll have to do is just drive the thing. I'm alright with just driving the thing. Alright, so well, that's not to say that I can't just throw this one in there, but I hate Volkswagen batteries. They're so freaking big. They don't like fitting down in them. I'll deal with that another day, because I don't think I'm going to move the wagon in here today. I think I want to come up under here. Oh, look at that. There's my giant punch that shouldn't be on the ground. It'd be terrible if I hit that with the mower and sent that shit karate chopping across the way. Alright, so we'll go ahead and take these fuel rails, and then we'll take this fluid pump. Another great utility. Get one of these fluid pumps, screw it down onto a bottle, and you're pumping up into differentials and transmissions in a jiff. See, I got two fuel rails over there. Those are both OBD1 fuel rails, I think. So they got the early injectors in them, which I don't think there was any size difference, but I think there was a quality difference between OBD1 and 2. I think they were all like 300 or 280 cc's or some dumb shit like that. Oh, look at the tire iron that I didn't want to run over. I have so many of these damn things. I need to go around and find all of them. I probably got $47 in scrap with all of them. Here's a good magnet. Don't want to fuck that up either. I'm just going to set that on the brush hog for the moment. Let it magnetize itself. Alright, I'm going to peel this one up. So a lot of these floor mats I threw under here at different points in time, because I was trying to kill off grass. And then they all got shuffled around into different spots and stopped being used for what they were supposed to be used for. Alright. See, here's another length of hose. That one's a little stiff, but let that sit in the sun. I'm sure I could use it for something. I don't think I'd put it back on a motor, but I could absolutely use it to help drain something. Hey, it went in. Just not in where I wanted. Okay. I save all of this little vacuum tubing every chance I can. Well, I'll start just throwing it right here, because that stuff's filthy. I don't necessarily want to put that all over my table. Another piece of wood that we can go ahead and throw in the fire. Chunky rotted stuff. Feels all soggy. It's gross. There we go. I gotta say, it does feel good. Even if just a little bit of stuff's getting done. It does feel good to come in here and just after two days of about an hour and a half each day, actually getting somewhere with it. Somewhere reasonably. Okay, so I'm probably going to go ahead and just seal up that that bag right there and throw it in the back of the pick-em-up truck. I think I'm gonna go ahead and back up the truck to the house and start throwing all the, well, I'm gonna back the truck up over here to the barn first, and I'm gonna start pulling stuff out of the back of it to put with the other scrap. I had thrown a bunch of stuff into the back of the pickup truck because there was a snowstorm that came through, and I didn't have any sandbags or hay bales or any stuff to put in the back, so I just threw a bunch of scrap back there. And it's been back there ever since, so I should probably go ahead and pull all that out. I got like 5 core batteries laying back there and a whole bunch of other shit, so I think most of the rest of what I do today is probably going to be off camera, although I don't know. I don't think I'm quite done recording right just this second, but I will be here in a bit. I think an hour and a half twice on cleaning is probably good. I think my next video is probably going to have to be something to do with the harness, just to kind of keep the variety up. Like I said, if you read the descriptions in my videos, I'm not trying to sit here and, you know, have a 20-part series on cleaning my barn up, but it would genuinely take 20 different videos to do any of it. Like you see, in 3 hours I've managed to clear this out, but like there's still a hood, a whole bunch of shit hanging up on the walls that I can't do anything with immediately, shit that I don't even know what it is. I know that that's some kind of farm implement. I know that that's, you know, a boring tool for making stuff with wood. Obviously my car parts that are hanging up there. I got 3 different radiator fan assembly shrouds. So the one up against the wall down low to the left of that turtle shell, that's a VR6 one. You can tell because the motor itself that's in it is a lot slimmer than the one up high, which is actually hanging off of the ceiling via its motor. The VR6 sits further forward than the OBD, or I mean than the ABA does, and so there's less room in between the radiator and the motor itself, so they had to slim that motor profile down. But if you look at it, it's a wider unit, so there's more diameter to it. So what they lost in depth for power, they gained in width. So might not be hitting the bottom, but it's definitely blowing the sides out. I think we are going to go ahead and walk this one bag over. I'm going to leave that one here, but this one, we're going to go ahead and take this over to the shed and set it with the other bag, just to kind of get it out of the sunlight, get it out of the way of what we're doing here. I need to spray that car down, knock all the pollen off the front end so it's not such a nasty mess to work on. If anybody needs a Cub Cadet, that thing runs. There's no deck on it, but it does run and move. You can use it as a yard jockey. I was doing that for a little while. I had well, I mean, it's still here, but it's way off in the back behind them trees over there. It's a John Deere with V-groove or V-treads with a hydrostatic that I was using to carry a little trailer around. It's still back in the back with the trailer on it. We get to the other side of this. You can't see it, but it's there, and I can't. Oh, can I? Yeah, see, just right there. That's the trailer, and that's the tractor. But anyway, gonna keep trying to press on along. So this here metal funnel, actually, I think I need to put some RTV around it. So we're gonna set this here because that might stay in the scrap pile. It might not come back out. I don't know if you heard that little thing with the bees just now, but that was hitting me in the face. Set that out of the way. Yeah, so we're gonna take these cans and trash, and then we're just gonna in there, and then this right there. I'm just gonna go ahead and go in there like that. I'm gonna sit that there. Come on, guy. Thank you. I do actually like keeping these. Damn spiders, get off me. I do like keeping these little wire deals. This is for an ABA. It's an ABA spark plug wire, I think. Yeah, because it's got the double end. It's got the broken coil boot in it right there. Yeah, that's a distributor wire from the coil to the boot, or from a coil to the distributor. All right, I'm gonna drag that out into that pile. Look, an unused blade just sitting outside. I like it. I like it. Drop that in there. And the rest of them. Bam. Eventually, I'm gonna start. I think I'm gonna grab a bucket at some point, and all these little hoses that'll fit in a bucket, I'm gonna put them in a bucket, and that's just gonna be that. Oh, badass. Look at that. I love this. I need these. I think that's actually the one off of Disappointment, but that is a Mark III license plate bracket, and I love them because they're so basic. With that 90-degree, like, I can take that one off, and then I can actually mount it like around this in here so that my license plate sits off to the right, to the driver's side, but it doesn't block the fog light. Oh man, I'm super stoked to have found that again. I got a little axe head. I'm gonna put this latch here there too, because that's not bad yet. This is a piece of pipe that I had to mangle the piss out of because it was a slip joint where I'd put a clamp on it. That's what it took to get the pipe out of the inside of the other pipe, because it was in. Okay, I'll go ahead and, that's probably trash. I don't need none of that. Damn all that. Alright, we'll go walk this over to the Ford real quick. Matter of fact, I'll take this opportunity to show y'all the Ford. No, I've talked about it in the chats a couple of times. You guys can see why I got it. I think you'll agree with me on it. So, immediately, you can tell the paint on it's gone. We are definitely going to have to do some paint. But look at how straight everything is. Look, there's no rust. There's no rust anywhere on these rockers. There's a little dent right there, but there's no rust. The frame has plenty of surface rust. Now, it's got some rigmarole going on right there with that damn block underneath of it. Look, I got another chain I forgot about. But this is the thing. That cab is so freaking straight that I couldn't pass it up. I convinced my buddy Jacob to buy it with me. And then, it's got the 4.9 liter straight six in it. It's all pretty original. Previous owner had done some stuff. I took some of this stuff apart. What is that? Oh, that was the ignition thing. Some stuff's missing, like the clutch reservoir cap, that's gone. Some of the vacuum lines are missing off of the canister over there, but I wanted to get this running and driving so that we could use it, because it's just such a good body, and it has the heavy duty transmission in it instead of that junk ass Mazda one. So it's got a strong drive line, and if anybody knows these Fords, the 4.9 liter was absolutely one of their superstars for like 70 freaking years. One of the greatest motors they ever produced, from just beautiful simplicity and reliability all the way to the workhorse that it was. That thing made so much low-end torque for what it was, you couldn't beat it. They're not powerful as far as making any kind of horsepower or anything, but they make good torque. And they grunt like hell down low. The more you can work it, the more those things would almost, you know, give you more and more. That's my fan. When it's not super windy outside already, that there HVAC blower. That thing's the truth. That sumbitch will put out some real wind. Keep the bugs off of you, keep everything down. Okay, so we're gonna take this. Oh, you bitch. Yeah, it's exactly what I expected to have happen. Alright, a little bit of mixed gas. I need to find out if this is still any good, because I mixed this up a while ago. I think it was before the winter. I think I put a little bit of stabilizer in it, but I can't remember. All the wiring stuff I'm just gonna throw there. I think that was some kind of old alarm. I'm only keeping it because I wasn't sure what it was for. Might be for something that I'm forgetting about that I don't remember having. I don't think so, but these are nice old boat cushions. They got the plywood on the bottom of them, so they're stiff, so you can get underneath of them, on top of them, whatever you got to do. Okay. So, what do I want to do, and how do I want to do it? Much as I hate to say it, I think I'm going to stack these tires right here. Yeah, just get them out of the way. That way I can put the hand cart right next to it. And that'll open that space up. I'm sure y'all keep seeing that big red tank in the back. So that big red tank, I'm not sure what I'm doing with it yet. It is pressure rated. What I was going to do, because you obviously see the little air hose hanging off of it, what I was going to do is I was going to convert it into an expansion tank and just try to mount it up there in that little area of the corner of the wall, and then I was going to have a hose drop down off of it. So basically, my compressor's just on the other side of this wall here. I'd make up a little bitty hose and go from the tank here up the wall, come out that roof, and then tie right into that, and then have a 90 like it's got right now with that hose end on it, or just keep that 90 and then drop it down and then wrap a hose reel worth of airline up on that reel right there, so that I could have some internal and external hosing, because I don't like having the hose come out of the doors over there and get pinched and caught. I would much rather have them come up and over the wall and then end up on this from that tank. But that tank is heavy, and I don't think I'm going to be able to lift it up there and hold it by myself, because I can barely roll the damn thing over. So yeah, we're not doing that. But let's keep on trucking. Let's get these tires moved. Alright, there's that. All these damn... wind's picking up real good. Grab this drain pan. I think I'm actually going to set that. Oh, hell yeah. That's pretty alright right there. And we'll just take these. We'll set them on there, so that I ain't got a bunch of shit just hanging out all over my fucking car. Alright. Like I said, this bag here, we'll just go ahead and tie this one up, because I don't think I've got any more. I guess that rag can go. Yeah, we're going to keep that ratchet there, because I think that ratchet's fine. I think it's the original long section of the ratchet broke. The strap. Alright, so there's that. We'll just take this and move it over here out into the open. See, originally I was going to put the beetle under here, but we're trying to actually work on this thing and keep it going, and I really don't want to commit it to being in the barn and us sleeping on it because it's out of the way, not like, you know, in the visible line of sight. Whatever, I don't even care. Just need you off the ground. Just like that. There's a hub-centric ring that's not the right size for my wheels. Keep the funnels. I think this is a Mark IV CV axle. I actually think that's from my buddy Will's car when we did updates on his stuff. I forget. I think this is just a Mark IV battery box. I kept that because I wanted to use it to put my battery in the back of the disappointment. Alright, so we are going to set right here. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and reel this damn hose up. Go ahead and I had it out because we brother, sit on the fucking can, please. Thank you. I had the hose out because we used it to blow off the mower after we were done cutting grass the other day. It's like living in an old country house getting ripped apart by Mother Nature. That's that. Okay, so I think without being able to move stuff, yeah, see, damn grill fell back down again already. Can I think that might stay, because that felt pretty tough to stick in there. Alright. Well, like I said, I just about think that's it for us for today. It's another hour-and-a-half video of me just cleaning. So, you know, boring as all hail. But, like I said in my video yesterday, I really like being able to do this. It kind of passes the time for me to come out here and do this and talk. And, you know, all of the support from everybody is always awesome. So, you know, keep killing it, guys. And I'm going to keep trying to, you know, pop into y'all's lives. And I'm sorry if I've missed anybody's lives recently. You know, me trying to get out here and get caught up on stuff, it's a little bit of a tough thing. You can hear me out here huffing and puffing. So, I'm doing what I can. But again, I have to be careful and I have to limit how how much exertion I really put out. So in all the grand scheme of things, I think I'm doing really good to get anything done at all, especially, you know, like this. Coming out here, heavy laboring away a little bit, and like really making a difference. Because number one, getting that car out of here, or rather getting that car under here, it's gonna open up not having to move that thing every time I go to cut grass, which is already a big thing. You see, it's not a far walk, but every time that I have to go from one place to another, not driving or not using a piece of equipment, that is time I'm wasting. That is time being poorly spent on mess. So the hope is getting that thing over there under here, number one, gets it out of my way. I can officially start cutting the grass over there again, riding right by it, no harm, no foul, no big deal. The truck, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with it just yet, but I think I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to post it on Facebook and see if somebody will give me the $1,000 that I think the axles are worth, because every time I start looking up trying to find these axles under that truck, because it is a four-wheel drive truck, they go for $1,500 for a match set. And this truck is intact. It blew the motor. It didn't blow any of the rear end out. It didn't blow the transmission. It blew the motor. So I know the transmission and the axles in this thing are good to go. And I have lifted it when I was working at Napa. The Napa I was working at, they actually sell shop lifts. And for one of the tool fairs, they had actually pushed this thing up onto the lift. And so I got to walk around underneath of it. I got to shake the wheels. The truck is tight, so I'm going to put it up for sale, and if I can manage to get $1,000 for it, I'm super stoked on that, because the money can absolutely go to other things. What I'd ultimately like to do is I'd like to sell the truck for $1,000 and then give that $1,000 to my buddy Josh for the wagon, and then I can put a timing belt, water pump, and transmission service into the wagon, and I can just put it on the road and start driving it, because that thing runs great, it shifts beautifully, and if I can maintain that and go ahead and swap out to the Valvoline fluids, I'm pretty sure that car will last to 300,000 miles, no problem. And the interior is really clean. Josh's sister did really good at not destroying the car. She seems to have cared about the car. So if I can get it out of the sun, it'll stop the clear coat from peeling any further. It'll preserve what's left. It won't have sunlight beating down on the interior anymore. It'll just be a much smoother, nicer situation. But on that bombshell, I'm gonna cut it. I'll probably upload this first thing in the morning tomorrow morning. But I think that's us. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me if you made it this far. I love you guys. Y'all are awesome. It's a beautiful thing. I think we've got a hell of an internet family going. And I'm just so damn excited that I get to be a part of everybody's fun. But on that, I am out. See y'all next time.